Shalom, shalom, shalom. All praises to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Rakakadash. Double honors goes to the elders and apostles of GMS. Salutations to the hopeful elect. This is a Rabbiah from the Chicago camp. I'm coming at you with a quick lesson. I titled this lesson, Trump's Tariffs. So I got this news clip where it was talking about how Babylon, aka America, is imposing new tariffs on China for the goods that they're bringing into America. And in retaliation, China is supposed to be putting tariffs on America for their oil and the vehicles, and goods. So you got, you got a bunch of, you got the economy that's going to suffer. I looked up the definition of tariffs, and tariffs are, taxes on goods that's brought in, to countries or going out. They tax the goods, so it's taxes that's put on, goods. But when you listen to this clip, like you guys will, because I'm going to play it. It doesn't make sense because they went from, putting these taxes on the things that are coming into China to talking about drugs. So I'm thinking, is this, if you think about this, with a sound mind, if there's drugs that's being brought into America illegally, then wouldn't security or military be the best bet to stop it? Where does taxes come in? Where does money come in with that? Unless they're not telling you everything. This is just really, from what I can see, it's really where they're showing who they really are. And they're showing that this is all about staying in power. They know the scriptures, and they know they have a short time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some scriptures to this video, so we can try to make sense with it through the scriptures, through the Bible. I want to go to Job chapter 14, and I'm going to start at verse 4. It says, "Who can bring a clean thing out of an unclean? Not one. See that his days are determined, the number of months are with thee. Thou hast appointed a bounds that he cannot pass." So this man knows that his time here is short in power. He knows that, very soon he's going to be taken out of power. So he's doing whatever he can to oppose his will and to stay in power, to keep that iron fist over these other countries. And a lot of these other countries are not going. They bucking up against them, which the Bible said that would happen in the last days. So I'm going to let this video play. You're going to be able to see what I'm talking about. Hold on. Here we go.
Stroke of midnight, China retaliated. Just as President Trump's new 10% tariffs on goods coming in from China went into effect, Beijing announced its own tariffs on imports from the U.S. 15% on coal and liquefied natural gas, 10% on crude oil, farm machinery, and certain cars and trucks.
That's fine. We're going to do very well against China and against everybody else.
China's response won't take effect until Monday and targets an estimated $14 billion worth of U.S. goods. The delay and relatively symbolic dollar amount suggesting the potential for a deal. NBC's Janice Mackey-Frayer is in Beijing.
That China's allowing some time for negotiation and showing the multiple ways that they can hit back suggests Beijing is trying to make a point here that China can dig in too and won't back down from President Trump.
The White House says the new tariffs are because of the deadly drugs pouring into the U.S.
That was the reason for this tariff. It was a retaliatory.
Well, now again, they're taxing goods coming in because of drugs. I'm going to go to Revelations chapter 12, verse 12. It says, "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe unto the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he had but a short time." This man knows that his time is getting short, and he knows that these other countries are not dealing, are not letting him do the unrighteous dealings that he does. And he knows that, it's just a matter of time before they totally buck up against him. So this is just a ploy to keep the, to stay in control, This doesn't make a grain of sense at all. You're going to tax normal goods coming in and out because of drugs. You know, I thought that to stop the transporting in and out, you would, you know, beef up the military on both sides. Where does money come in? Or why is money the main source of that? You know, because the reason why money is because they not telling you the whole truth. You know, these are just a bunch of lies and ploys. You know, I want to go to another quick scripture. I want to go to Sirach, chapter 10, verse 8. It says, because of unrighteous dealings and injuries and riches got by deceit, the kingdom has been transported from one people to another. Well, that's what ultimately is gonna happen. This man is gonna lose his grip and it's gonna be transferred back to the people that it's supposed to be with. That'll be Jacob. That'll be the so-called black man of America. You know, but this is all a ploy to stay in control and to keep power. You know, and because they know that they have a short time here. You know, let me go ahead and finish letting this play.
Tariff on China for the last 4 years of their unprecedented distribution of fentanyl into our nation's borders.
President Trump today saying he'll speak with China's President Xi, but gave no timeline.
We'll speak to him at the appropriate time. I'm in no rush.
After speaking yesterday with the leaders of Canada and Mexico, Trump paused the 25% tariffs he had announced for those countries. But for China, tariffs are now in effect and likely to be felt by almost all Americans. China responsible for 1/3 of the active ingredients in medicines sold in the U.S. and dominant in personal electronics, accounting for 78% of smartphones, 79% of laptops, and 87% of video game consoles sold in the U.S.
It's going to make it even more expensive. And
Tonight, many small business owners like Cheryl Mosey, who imports handbags from...
You know, I want to say this right quick. I want to go to a quick scripture. But before I do, I want to say that this is all just a ploy to stay in power, to keep the iron fist over these other countries. You know, and the only reason they flexing this power is because the Lord gave it to them. You know, I'm gonna go to a quick scripture. I'm gonna go to Revelation chapter 6, verse 4. And it says, and there went out another horse that was red, and power was given unto him to set therein to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another. And there was given unto him a great sword. So this is what the reason that aka Babylon, or shall I say America, aka Babylon, can do that is because they've been given the power to do so over the earth. And that's why it's been great chaos, you know, and that's why everything is so upside down. These countries, again, America made China rich, you know, through the trading of goods, and they had a relationship with one another. Now, these countries are bucking up against America because of their unrighteous dealings, because of their wickedness, you know, which is said in the scriptures. I want to go to Obadiah chapter 1. I'm going to start at verse 6. It says, how are the things of Esau searched out? How are the hidden things sought up? It says, all the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee. See, America was at peace with China. They was at peace with Russia. And now these countries are bucking up against them because they're sick of the wicked practices that's being done. They're sick of them changing the game in the fourth quarter. It says, the men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. Thy that ate thy bread have laid a wound against thee, laid a wound under thee, and there is no understanding in them. So when it said that they that ate thy bread, that means that they were all in league together. They were all teams together. They was all on one accord. But now they laid a wound, meaning they laid a trap for them. So now they're adversaries. They're against each other, you know. And this is where we at, you know. And all this is because of America losing grip, you know. The scriptures are being fulfilled, and America is on their way out, and they know it. So that's what this is all about. Let me go ahead and finish playing this.
China are left struggling with uncertainty as well.
Yes, added tariffs will really shut me down.
Wow.
I cannot afford to pay an additional 10% on top of what I'm already paying. It's just not feasible.
And Christine joining us now. The tariffs from China weren't the only retaliatory step taken.
That's right. China announced it is further tightening controls on these really important rare earth minerals. 5 of them, they're critical for making weapon systems, EV batteries, sophisticated semiconductors. This is China showing its clout. It's one reason why the U.S. is moving away from China to source these really important minerals.
All right, Christine, thanks very much.
At the stroke of midnight.
Wow. So this is where we at right now. You know, again, it was in the past, America could just do what they want to do. But now, you know, in these last days, these other countries are not going, you know, they're bucking up against them because there's going to be a war, you know, it's coming, you know, as the Bible prophesied. I want to give all praises and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rekakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of GMS. Salutations to the hopeful elect. Shalom. Till next time, Lord willing. Shalom.